So thank you for coming today, Liz. We've got Liz Tydd here from the Information Commission. She's the New South Wales Information Commissioner, and she's going to be speaking today on our panel about democracy being disrupted and governing in the 21st century. Liz, you've been an incredible advocate for open government and public participation in Australia. Why do you think it's so important? Why are you doing this work?
So public participation is a cornerstone of democracy. How do you have a democratic system that represents the views of citizens if you're not engaged with them, if you don't understand who thinks what and why, and how that might impact how you deliver services, how you develop policy, but not only development, but actual delivery to ensure that it's effective, sustainable, that there's a value for money return, and that it stays representative of contemporary views. So there's no real distance between democracy or governments and the citizens that they serve.
So how important do you think public participation is between elections? I mean, given we're going to have the public listening today and government listening today, what do you think the role of public participation is in democracy between elections?
It's an ongoing dialogue. It's an ongoing two-way dialogue that can't be a fractured engagement. It must be faithful to the purpose that it's wanting to serve, and that is to ensure that the services that are provided, that the policies that are developed are actually in the public interest. Discerning the public interest is more complex than it probably has been for a long time. We have somewhat competing public interests and new public interests, like data ethics. How do we keep abreast with how the public views that, and how do we work with people as to their expectations and explain more complex concepts than are addressed in, very short, distant, segmented engagements?
I've been doing engagement for a long time, and I came to this industry as a social scientist. A lot of the data that we collect from citizens through engagement is qualitative. Yeah. What do you think that governments need to know about collecting data from citizens and how they might use that data?
We can't keep doing things the same way. So traditional engagement, a telephone call and a message left on a phone, as opposed to analysing what was said, responding to what was said, to have a contract with people and the social licence with people as to how those policies should be developed. That's an ongoing dialogue. It's something that really requires a sharpened focus and a new way of doing things in this sort of contemporary environment. Never before have we needed public participation than we do now, at a time when trust in government is so much declining.
Yeah, I'm doing what I can to help governments value that data that they're collecting from citizens and learn how to analyse and utilise that data more in a way that enables them to be more responsive day to day, but also to assess how representative their consultations have been and target their engagements more effectively to reach broader sections of the population. The one thing that comes up a lot in this kind of work is how, if we're giving our data to government, how do we want government to use that? I know you're working with the Privacy Commissioner, so what is it that you and the Privacy Commissioner are doing to help governments understand how to manage that kind of data?
Those sorts of issues are at the heart of citizens trusting government and trusting the service that they'll have delivered to them. There will be a need, and we're working on this now, to promote public participation, to understand the value that citizens place, to understand the parameters of their privacy, to understand the parameters of when they want information shared and how. Most of all, they want government to be a responsible custodian. Now, responsibility means engaging with the right people about the right issues in the right way, and that's where you come in to assist government. but it's also how the information will be managed so that it's used appropriately and to better serve the public interest and a proper public purpose.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to know they've been listened to, really, at the end of the day. That's what's really important,
Absolutely.
to encourage people to continue, I think, participating both in the design of government services and programs, but also feeling like they're contributing to their community.
Bringing government closer to citizens.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your time, Liz.
Thank
It's
you.
great to have you here.
Thank you.